Hello everyone. Today we'll carry on with the numericals on electricity. I have done several numericals and we'll carry on. Meanwhile, of course, those who are watching for the first time, please like the video and subscribe for regular updates. Okay? And those who have already watched these such videos, just make sure you watch them the entire video. Okay? And you'll learn a lot from it but just by watching all the videos in proper way. That is, you got to understand that these videos are instructive videos. In other words, you will have to watch the entire video to get something out of it. Alright, see on page number 217. Now we are going to discuss about, we have discussed about resistance in series, resistance in parallel and numericals based on resistance in series and parallel. Now heating effect of electric current. This is page number 217. An electric iron consumes energy at the rate of 840 watts when heating is at the maximum rate, okay, and 360 watts when the heating is at minimum rate. The voltage is 220 volts, okay. Now when power is what is the question, what are the current and resistance in each case? Okay, so when power is equal to V into I, okay, we want to find I is equal to power over voltage. Alright, now what is the power in this case? In this case, the power when it is maximum, it is 840 and voltage is 220, and 840 okay, 840 divided by 220 and you get 3.818 or 3.82 amperes. This is the current passing. Now what will be the resistance in this case? Resistance is equal to V over I. Voltage is 220. Current is equal to actually 840 upon 220. Okay, this way. Or you can say 220 upon 3.82. You can cancel it out also. Okay, if you take it four times, okay, this will be 4 times 220 divided by 4, you will get it. And the same way 220 and divided by 3.82 and you get 57.59 ohms. This is the resistance, okay, 57.59 ohms. And if you want to take up to 2 decimal places or up to 3 decimal places, okay, approximately 57.60 ohms, okay, up to 59 point it is 1662 and so on. Now in the same way, this is when it was 840 watts, okay. Now again, power is equal to V into I, alright, and we want to find I when power is minimum, okay. Power is now when it is minimum, it is 220, rather it is equal to 360 watts and volts and and 220. And if you divide this, okay, 360 by 220, 360 divided by 220 and you get approximately 1.636 or 1.64 amperes. Okay, 1.64 amperes. Now if you want to find the resistance in this case, then resistance will be equal to V upon I. Okay, V is equal to, in this case, 220 and the current is equal to 1.64 and this approximately will be equal to divided by 1.64, okay, 1.64 and you get 134.15 ohms, okay, 134.15 ohms. Now what I want you to understand here is this. First of all, what formulas we have used. You see these formulas, okay, the formula that we have used. Here also we have used the same formula here, okay, and then we have used R is equal to V upon I. Now obviously you can see these calculations are not tough at all. What is required is which formula to use, and if you don't realize what formulas you're supposed to use, you really can't solve these numericals. Alright, so once again let us do the second one on this same page. Alright, 100 joules of heat So H, 100 joules of heat. 100 joules. Heat is a form of energy. Energy is always measured in joules. 100 joules of heat is produced each second. So time T is equal to 1 second because it is said every second. Okay, 100 joules of heat is produced each second in a 4 ohms resistor. 4 ohms. Resistance is 4 ohms. Find the potential difference across the resistor. You want to find V. Find the potential difference across the resistor. Alright, now you know that, see, H is equal to I square R into T. Okay, now in this case you want to find potential difference V, but V is not there here anywhere. Okay, but we know that. Okay, but we know that H, okay, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. Okay, so I can substitute H is equal to I into IR into T. See this, I have written it 2 times, but IR is equal to V. So I into V into T. Now what are we given here? We are given, first of all, H. Okay, we are given 100 joules of energy. I we are not given. V also we are not given. T we are given. Okay, but I and V both are not given. So what should we do? But see, power is equal to V into I. Okay, so therefore I can write H is equal to I into V. I can write power into time. Okay, so now power we are given. Power, are we given power? Okay, in this case power is equal to V into I. Now V we want to find. Okay, and I is not given also, but 100 joules of energy is given. So power will be equal to, power in this case will be equal to H upon T, that is 100 upon 1. Okay, that is 100 watts. Now at the same time you also want to find I. Okay, so if you want to find current, again the first formula itself. Okay, resistance we know, time we know. I want to find I. I is equal to H. Okay, I square is equal to H upon, okay, R into T. H upon R into T. Now H is 100. Okay, resistance is 4 and time is 1. So this is 25. So the current in the circuit is equal to square root of 25, that is 5 amperes. Now supposing resistance of course is already given. If I want to find power also I can get. Okay, so you can see this, from this you can get power. Yes, in the question power is not asked. Okay, so it doesn't matter if power is not asked. Suppose you want to find power, then you can find power also. Only current is asked and potential difference is asked. So now V is equal to I into R. Okay, so now I is 5 amperes, resistance is 4, 5 4s are 20 volts. So only 2 things are asked, power is not asked. So there is no need to calculate power. Alright, but in case power is asked, well, you can see how it can be done. Okay, now that is, then on page number, the next page, okay, on page number 218. Page number 218. I am trying to go page by page, so all the numericals I can do. Okay, so now there is a question here in blue. Compute the heat generated while transferring 96,000 coulomb of charge. Okay, so coulomb of charge, Q, 96,000 coulomb of charge. Okay, in 1 hour. So time is equal to 1 hour. In 1 hour there are 3,600 seconds. Okay, in 1 hour there are 60 minutes, and in each minute there are 60 seconds. 60 into 60, 3,600 seconds. Alright, and potential difference, we are given potential difference is 50 volts. Heat you want to find out. Again, if you read the question, what does it say? Compute the heat energy generated. Calculate the heat energy generated when transferring 96,000 coulomb of charge in 1 hour through a potential difference of 50 volts. Alright, now again, you see here Q and T are given. So supposing I write here, therefore H is equal to I square R into T. Okay, now here what are we given here? See, I we are not given, time we are given, okay, potential difference we are given, Q is given. So we will have to convert this. But see, but I can write, instead of I, voltage is given. So V is equal to I into R. Okay, I into R. Now if I substitute in this, therefore I get H is equal to, in place of I can write V upon R. In place of I, okay, I can write V in place of R, this one, I am writing V upon R. So V square upon R square into R into T. Okay, one R will cancel out. You get V square R into T. Now is V given? Yes, V is given, 50. Is resistance given? Resistance is also not given. Okay, and T is given. Resistance is not given. You want to find heat. So yet resistance is not given. But since we are given V, okay, but Q is equal to I into T. Alright, Q is equal to I into T. So see, or you can use this I into T. Alright, I into T will be equal to Q. So in place of one of these, I will have to change it. So if I take R into T, okay, it will become very easy. So Q is equal to I into T. I we don't know, Q we know. So I is equal to Q upon T. Okay, in place of I, we can put Q upon T. And therefore, V square R into T. V is 50, resistance is given as, resistance is not given, so we can calculate resistance. Okay, now R is equal to V upon I. Okay, so V is 50, current is Q upon T. Q is equal to Q upon T here. So 50 into time 3600 upon Q is 96,000. Okay, 96,000, and therefore you can see what R will be equal to. Okay, so now once you got V, you got I, you got R, and then you can get H also. Alright, so now what will this be now? Just let's calculate 50 into 3600, or you just cancel 3 zeros. Okay, so 5 into 36 upon 96. So 5 into 36, 5 multiplied by 36, and then divided by 96, and you get 1.875 ohms. Okay, now you got resistance, you got time, we don't have current. Okay, so current we can calculate. I is equal to V upon R. R is equal to 1.875. So once again 50 and divided by 1.875. Okay, once again, okay, 50 divided by 1.875 is equal to 26.67 amperes. This is approximately, because it goes on and on. Alright, now we got your current. Now you want to calculate the heat. Okay, so H is equal to I square. I square is 26.67 square into radius, rather resistance. Okay, resistance we have just found out, resistance is 1.875. Okay, and into T is equal to 3600, and this answer will be in joules. Okay, so let us see this now. 26.67. Okay, 26.67 into 26.67, and then multiply with 3600, and then multiply with 1.875, and that comes to 480 1200, okay, joules. Or if I divide it by 1000, 1, 2, 3, then I get 480. Okay, dividing it by so many kilojoules. The answer may be given in kilojoules. Okay, it is possible that the answer is given in kilojoules. 4801, approximately 4801.2 kilojoules. Remember, these numericals can be done in different ways. But what you must start is what is required. H is required I square R into T. Okay, I can be Q upon T also. See, another way of doing the same problem. Okay, you might say that, is there a simple way of doing this? Okay, let us see. H is equal to I square R into T. Alright, now you want to find out what? You want to find H. So let me see. In place of Q is equal to I into T. So I is equal to Q upon T. Alright, so now in place of I am putting Q upon T into R into T. Okay, now you can see Q will become Q square upon T square into R into T. Cancel out one T, you get Q square upon T into R. Alright, now you can see that what are we given? Resistance. Are we given resistance? We are not given resistance. So we will have to calculate resistance. And therefore Q is given. Q upon T is given. Q upon T is not given. Okay. I, in place of I, you can put Q upon T. And Q upon T, Q is given as 96,000. Okay. Or you can put it in a different way also. Q is equal to I into T. So Q is equal to what? Q is given as 96,000. 96,000 upon time 3,600. Okay, 3,600, two zeros will cancel out, you get 960 upon 36. 960 upon 36, 960 divided by 36 is equal to 26.67 amperes. Okay, you can see here we got the same answer. I is equal to 26.67 amperes. Okay, it is the same way, but you can do it in a different way. Now you got I, you got time, but you don't have resistance. But to find resistance, you need V and I. So we find out resistance. R is equal to V upon I. Voltage is given as 50 and current is now 26.67. So 50 and divided by 26.67 and you get 1.8745 or 1.875 ohms. Now what resistance did we get here? Again you can see 1.875 ohms. It is the same thing. You can do it in a different way. Alright. So now I have got resistance and I have got current. Both. Okay. So now if I put this value, H is equal to I. What is I? I is 26.67 square. Resistance 1.875 and time is 3,600 seconds. If you multiply this, again you will get 4,800 joules, kilojoules. Okay, you will still get the same answer. Now you can see the approach is slightly different. Okay, so numericals can be approached in a different way, but remember your relationships that you use between potential difference, current, resistance, everything should be the same. And for that you got to know the formulas. Okay, the relationships. If you don't know these formulas, you find it difficult to solve them. Alright, so now let us see the next one. Okay, there is another question there. Okay, this was question number 3. Let us do question number 4 on the same page. Question number 4 on the same page says an electric iron of resistance 20 ohms. So resistance of the electric iron is 20 ohms. Alright, takes a current of 5 amperes. It takes a current of 5 amperes. Calculate the heat developed in 30 seconds. Calculate the heat developed in 30 seconds. So your time is equal to 30 seconds. And calculate the heat energy developed. Okay, again we write the formula. H is equal to I square R into T. Alright, then we'll see whether we can convert this into something else or not, depending upon what is given. But remember, resistance should be in ohms, current should be in amperes, time should be in seconds. Okay, then the answer of heat will be in joules. So now I is given or not? I we are given 5 square. Are we given resistance? Yes, we are given resistance. Are we given time? Yes, we are given time. So in this case, you see, there is no need to change anything. Like in this case, we had to change because everything was not given. Okay, इसमें resistance पहले से नहीं दिया था, current भी नहीं दिया था, इसलिए उसको change करना पड़ा. But in this case, everything is given straight away, so there is no need to change. 5 5s are 25. 25, 3 2s are 600. Okay, 25 into 6, 150. 25 into 6 and then followed by 2 more zeros. So 15 kilojoules. 1000 से divide करो, divided by 1000. This answer is in joules. उसको 1000 से divide करो and you get answer in kilojoules, or 15 kilojoules. Alright, so you can see these questions are not difficult. Okay, now we come to power. A few questions on power. Okay, this is on page number 219. Okay, the question is on page number 219. Again, I am mentioning the pages so that you understand it. Page 219. Okay, question number, let us see, 5th question. Alright, what does it say here? An electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. So 220 volt का generator है. An electric bulb is connected. The current current is given as half, 0.5 amperes. Okay, what is the power of the bulb? We want to find power of the bulb. Now again you should know the formula. Power is equal to V into I. If you don't know this formula, you can't do the problem. Okay, so voltage V is 220 into this is 0.5. Okay, so you get 110. Divide by 0.5 means 1 upon 2. Divide by 2, 110, and power is always measured in watts. So 110 watts. Alright, now let us go ahead. This is on the same page. This is question number 6 on the same page. Alright, an electric refrigerator rated 400 watts. 400 watts means power uska 400 watts hai. Uska power, the power of the refrigerator is, that means it consumes 400 watts in 1 hour. Okay, 400 watts, operates 8 hours a day. And what is the cost of the energy to operate it for 30 days? So time is 30 days and every day 8 hours. So 240 hours. Okay, 240 hours, 400 watts. And 400 watts, if you divide it by 1000, you get 0.4 kilowatts. This is in hours, this is in kilowatts. Okay, now what is the cost of the energy? Alright, so cost of, first of all, we find out units consumed, electrical energy consumed. Electrical energy consumed. How much electrical energy is consumed? That will be given by power into time. Okay, now what is how much power? 0.4 kilowatts into time, 240 hours. Okay, so now 0.4 into 20, that is 96 kilowatt hours. Kilowatt hours मतलब unit, उसको unit बोलते हैं. 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1 unit. So 96 units. Okay, 96 units. Now cost of 1 unit. Cost of 1 unit is equal to rupees 3. Okay, 3 rupees. So what will be the cost of 96 units? What will be the cost of 96 units? So total cost will be equal to rupees 3 into 96. Okay, 6 3 is 18, 288. So 288 rupees. That is the cost of the electricity which is consumed by the refrigerator. That means in 30 days the cost will be 288 rupees. Alright, so you can see that these are textual. Then there is on page number 220. Page 220, there is one more question out there, I believe. What determines the rate? Power determines the rate at which current is delivered. An electric motor takes 5 ampere current. Alright, so current is given as 5 amperes. Okay, from a 220 volt line, potential difference 220 volts. Okay, determine the power of the motor and energy consumed in 2 hours. Energy consumed in 2 hours. Okay, and determine the power also. Okay, so you want to find energy consumed, and you want to find the power. Alright, so first of all, we are given that V and I are given. So therefore, power is equal to V into I. Again, if you don't know this formula, then there is a problem. Alright, so now V is 220 and I is 5. 1100 watts, not kilowatts. Remember, this is volts and current amperes. You get watts. 1100 watts of power is consumed. Now you also want to find how much energy is consumed in 2 hours. Okay, so now we convert this into divided by 1000, so you get 1.1 kilowatts. Okay, now electrical energy consumed will be equal to power into time. अब power कितना है? Power is 1.1 kilowatts and time 2 hours. Okay, so that is 2.2 kilowatt hours. 1 kilowatt hour means 1 unit, so 2.2 units. अब इसमें कॉस्ट नहीं दिया है. अगर कॉस्ट दिया है पर यूनिट का, देन यू कैन इवन फाइंड आउट द कॉस्ट. ओके, सो हाउ मच इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज कंज्यूम? 2.2 यूनिट्स. Okay, how many hours? 2 hours. In 1 hour it will consume 1.1 unit. In 2 hours 2.2 units. What is the power? 1100 watts power of the motor, 1100 watts or 1.1 kilowatts. Okay, always convert into kilowatts wherever, kilojoules wherever required. Alright, see, these were all textual questions. Okay, and then of course there are exercises also, and these exercises are mainly also, there are some questions which I have done in the PDF. Okay, those which are in pink, those how to derive Ohm's law, how to derive equivalent resistance in series circuit, Joule's law, all those I have already derived for you. Okay, you can do that, and the textual parts also which are underlined. But apart from that, there are, you see, some textual questions in the form of numericals, which I will do also. Okay, it's not that I will cut short this. I'll try and do as many as I can. Alright, from these exercises. Now, today I won't begin the exercises. What I'm going to do is, there are 14 questions out there. I'll try, there are in fact 16 questions. The remaining 2 are theory type of questions. Okay, so I'll try and do as many numericals as I can and finish this chapter also, and then I will send you the PDF. Alright, meanwhile, please keep working. Okay, make sure that don't let up. If you want to do well in your exams, you have to continue to work every single day. Okay, don't stop. I gave a break on Sunday. I also took a break on Sunday. Now it's time to do some work again up till Saturday. Alright, thank you. Have a nice day.